What's up, guys? It's Chris.
What's up, guys? It's Chris with Plumbing Explained here, back at the home base here in my kitchen. We wrapped up Thanksgiving earlier today. It was a big success. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Let us know in the comments what you guys did for Thanksgiving. If you had any plumbing problems this Thanksgiving, let us know. Let us know what happened, and maybe I can make a video explaining how you could have prevented the problem. Or at least, make a video explaining how you could have solved the problem without having to call a plumber. You're about to watch episode 5 of our Unclogged series, a very popular series. We just basically unclog drains in this series and explain step by step what we're doing. I hope you guys really enjoy the video, but before we get into this video, make sure that you go down and you're subscribed and you comment on the video and like the video if you like it, or dislike it if you dislike it, because we're just 40 subscribers away from giving away this exact machine you're going to see being used in this video. When we reach our 500 subscribers, we're going to be giving away one of the Bauer 23-foot electric drain machines from Harbor Freight. And I'd really like it if, you could be part of one of those people who gets the opportunity to get the snake for free. I mean, just by subscribing and commenting on the video. So, yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy. Take care. Welcome back, guys. It's Chris with Plumbing Explained, and we're going to go ahead and get right into the first half of this video, unclogging the shower drain. So typically on these shower drains, a lot of times these screws will be pretty much corroded in place, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to lay down a coat of a CLR or some type of rust release like PB Blaster or a WD-40 rust penetrant like rust release spray that down, let that soak in for a minute, and then take like a Phillips head screwdriver with like a impact on it and hammer that a little bit. You might be able to get them to budge loose. If you can't do that, you're going to want to use an impact driver like I'm using. A 12-volt Milwaukee fuel is what I'm using. Whatever you use, just make sure it's in a really low gear. I love this impact. It's awesome, and I couldn't recommend it more if you're looking for an impact. This impact has different gears, and it has a gear that you can put it down so low where it won't break the heads off of screws normally, and that's the gear I use to get these really corroded screws out, and I almost never fail. In this case I do fail, but one of the heads was already so stripped out it was just almost impossible. There was almost no hope for it. And in that case, sometimes what you can do is you can drill out, you take a drill bit that will drill through metal, and you drill out both of the screws, and then you can grab a drain plate that will actually clip into the drain. Though that's the only other option you have there. So if you've watched other videos of mine, you know that I always recommend putting the cable all the way down till you reach the P-trap in the showers when you're snaking a shower, and then starting to run the snake. I wouldn't just start running it at the very top, because I mean you're doing nothing, you're wasting time. So I would pull the cable out, run it all the way down into where you can feel it stop, where it hits the trap, and then start running it, because that's where your problem's going to be anyways. And that way you don't have to worry about the cable like kicking back out of the drain at you or anything like that. It's just the best way to go. So make sure you pay attention to the cable in the machine. You'll feel it kind of pushing back towards you, and the cable will be kind of looping out to the side, making like S shapes if you're into a clog. Another thing, you want to make sure that the front of the drill, the tip of the drill, is close as possible to the drain. You want to be able to see the cable so you don't get too bound up or anything, but you want it as close as possible to the drain so that you have as much torque inside that drain as possible. Another thing is if you feel like it's going to get bound up, don't let it get bound up. If the machine is kind of or you can just tell like, oh crap, it's kicked back about as much as it's going to kick back, but now it's just like the cable's binding up, the cable's not spinning anymore. This is why you need to have eyes on the cable. If the cable's not spinning anymore, it's about to bind up, and you don't want that happening. So let off, let it roll back, and either pull it back because you're in something, or engage again. Sometimes if you get enough torque build up, you can throw it in reverse real quick and sometimes rip a clog free, but I wouldn't really recommend doing that if you're a beginner. If you're somebody who's good with the snake, you know that you can get enough torque built up on the cable when you're stuck to throw it in reverse and either get yourself unstuck or, rip the clog free real quick. But I only recommend doing that once or twice. Don't get too into that. You will bind up the cable. There you go, guys. That's a 2 for 2 clogs for 1. As you can see, I had the P-trap disassembled on the second clog, and I shot straight down in through the wall, right there, the wall joint. That's the best way to snake a lavatory sink, guys. I know I've made videos of me snaking it through the pop-up, but that's honestly not the best way to do it. It's really not how you should do it at all. You should do it how I showed you in this video here. That's the proper way to do it. And then once you've got the sink unclogged, or you feel that you're sufficiently unclogged it, I usually shoot the sinks once or twice, sometimes 3 times, depending on how dirty they seem. And I will then fill up the sink with hot water a couple times, drain it, fill it up, drain it, fill it up, drain it, hot water, make sure it's hot, and that should cut down anything you've broken up and, taken off the sides of the pipe. That will cut it down and kind of wash it out into the main sewer. Check yourself for leaks, make sure you've tightened everything up. I hope you guys learned something from this video, and I appreciate you watching.